Good morning. Let's study about suprarenal glands today. Okay, suprarenal glands are two in number, which is present on the upper pole of each kidney. So this is the right suprarenal gland, which is roughly triangular in shape, as the left suprarenal gland, which is crescentic in shape, crescent shape. Okay, which is placed on the upper pole of the kidney. Okay, this if you take right suprarenal gland, it is triangular. So it has got an apex, it has got a base, and it has got a right and the left border. So this is a right border, this is a left border. Okay, so two borders, an apex, a base, an anterior surface and a posterior surface. An anterior surface and a posterior surface. If you see, it is very thin structure. You can see it's very thin. It's less than 1 centimeter thick. If you see the width, it will be almost 3 centimeter, and if you see the entire length, it will be almost 6 centimeter. Now coming to the relations of the right suprarenal gland. If you see, this right suprarenal gland is resting on the posterior abdominal wall along here. So this is actually the diaphragm. Okay, you can see this is the diaphragm. So it will be resting on the diaphragm. So posteriorly it is related to the diaphragm, and anteriorly it is actually overlapped medially by this structure. This is the inferior vena cava. So it is overlapped anteriorly on the medial aspect by the inferior vena cava, and on the lateral aspect it is overlapped by the liver. So liver will be coming here. So the liver will be overlapping the anterior aspect. Base on the posterior aspect is resting on the superior pole of the kidney. So the kidney is related posteriorly on the inferior aspect. On the inferior aspect along the base, it is related to the kidney. Medially, if you see, it is related to the crest of the diaphragm. You can see it is related to the crest of the diaphragm, and the celiac ganglia will be coming here. Okay, the ganglia will be coming here, and also some lymph nodes will be here, and also the inferior phrenic vessel you can see on the left side. Similarly, we have inferior phrenic vessel, which is also related medially. So that is about the relations of the right suprarenal gland. Next, coming to the left suprarenal gland, we can see this is actually the left suprarenal gland. It is somewhat crescentic. It has got a concave and a convex border. The concave border is close to the kidney, and the convex border is away from it. The dimension is almost similar to that of the right suprarenal gland. So it is almost 6 centimeter long, 3 centimeter wide, and only 1 centimeter thick. Okay, and both this I need to tell about the covering. So both the suprarenal gland are covered by the capsule of the kidney. So we have a true capsule which is covering the kidney intimately, and a false capsule of the kidney. So this false capsule will be enclosing the suprarenal gland also. Okay, will be enclosing the suprarenal gland also. If you coming to the relations of the left suprarenal gland, posteriorly the relations are the same, just like the right suprarenal gland. We have the diaphragm. So this is the diaphragm. It will be resting on the diaphragm, and anteriorly, if you see, the relations are different. Okay, so it will form the stomach bed. Okay, it will form the stomach bed relation. So stomach bed is related here along with the lesser sac. So lesser sac is also related. So that's a cavity between the posterior layer of the peritoneum, and also the stomach. Okay, so lesser sac and the stomach is related anteriorly on the upper part, and in the lower part we have the relation of, so the organ will be coming like this, that's a pancreas. So it is related to, the lower part is related to pancreas, and also the splenic vessels will be related anteriorly. In the lower part of the gland is related anteriorly to splenic artery and also the pancreas. Okay, so that is about the relation of the gland, and the medial relation is same as that of the right suprarenal gland, that is the inferior phrenic vessels. So this is the inferior phrenic vessels, and we will have the celiac ganglia. Okay, celiac ganglia, and also you will be having the the left crest of the diaphragm. Okay, left crest of the diaphragm. So that is about the relations. Coming to the blood supply of suprarenal gland. Okay, the arterial supply of suprarenal gland is derived from three sources. One is from the inferior phrenic artery. So inferior phrenic artery, it is the one of the branch of the abdominal aorta. So it is giving small branches which will be supplying the suprarenal gland. The next source is coming from the renal artery. You can see this is actually the renal artery. This renal artery will be supplying the suprarenal gland. and also it will be supplied by the direct branch which is coming from abdominal aorta. Okay, you can see here, this is the renal artery which is supplying the suprarenal gland. You can see this is actually the accessory renal artery which is supplying the suprarenal gland here. Okay, so similarly we also have the direct branch which is coming from aorta which will be supplying the suprarenal gland. Next, coming to its venous drainage. The venous drainage is by this vein which is draining into the, see, the left renal vein. Okay, a single vein will be draining the suprarenal gland into the left renal vein. So left side it is drained into the left renal vein, and the right side it is drained directly into the inferior vena cava. So this is the inferior vena cava. So here it is actually directly draining into the inferior vena cava like this. Okay, so that is about the venous drainage. These are some of the gross features we need to know when we study the specimen of suprarenal gland. Thank you.